London, Trafalgar Square, on this very, very warm day. Tune into English. Tune into English. We are here for the grande evento of the Eltons Awards.
We're representing Tune Into English, which is a website, free resource for pop music, learning English through pop music.
And finally, Tune Into English.
Tune Into English went to London in May 2012 for the Eltons Awards, and the next day visited some locations made famous by album covers. How much for the ticket?
How much for the ticket?
Oh, it's £7 a day.
£7.
Very expensive, eh?
For a
Very
daily
expensive.
ticket.
Yeah.
We can go everywhere.
We can go anywhere in zone 1 and 2.
When to?
Tune into English.
This is the site of the album shoot for the 1972 album Ziggy Stardust by David Bowie. Now, as you can see, things have changed a lot. The lamp is still up there, but because of this restaurant cafe, you can't actually access the view anymore. It's almost impossible to get exactly the same perspective as David Bowie had. The sign is gone, Kay West is no longer there. This shows progress, 1972, so we're looking at 40 years. Very good. Okay, so we're in Hagan Street in London. I came here 20 years ago, and it was slightly different. Okay, shall I do the pose? Here we go. Okay. Do I look like David Bowie? I just need my guitar now. Dun, 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 dun. The original site of the Ziggy Stardust shoot, there is no longer a telephone box there. So we're going to try to do it in this telephone box, which is just a telephone box in London. Okay, it's not great, not wonderful reflections, not very clean, but let's give it a go. Okay. Carnaby Street, which back in the 1960s was the centre of swinging London, and indeed the world centre for men's fashion, and it's still the world centre for men's fashion, if you like Oasis, that is, because we're right beside Liam Gallagher's shop, Pretty Green, which features all of his great creations and designs. Maybe we'll go in and see if he'll design something for Tune Into English. This is Berwick Street in Soho, the site of What's the Story, Morning Glory, Oasis' second album. Huge success. They came here one morning to film it. It obviously had to be early in the morning because there's a lot of traffic now. So as soon as these cars go by, maybe we'll try to get a shot. Yeah, it's a very famous site. There's a lot of record shops, sisterray.co.uk, that wasn't there at the time, but opened up afterwards. Very popular. Here we go. Let me see if I can get. We're back on the London Underground, but we're not getting the same attention as Rihanna did when she took the tube to her concert here in London in March 2012. Our next stop is Baker Street, famous of course for Sherlock Holmes, but in the world of music for Gerry Rafferty's 1978 single of the same name. I was lucky enough to be able to visit the EMI offices in High Kensington. I didn't manage to film, but did photograph Pink Floyd on the roof. These were used for their 1994 album Division Bell. I also photographed the famous Beatles railing, which was brought here to the EMI offices from its original location in the old EMI offices. More about the Beatles in a while, of course, but here's Pink Floyd again, their album Animals, which was photographed at the Battersea Power Station. I took this picture from a moving train.
Tune into English.
Okay, this is Trafalgar Square. Now, why is this special for music? Well, we have this wonderful place here, but the reason we're filming is because right in front of me, way down in the distance, we have Buckingham Palace. At Buckingham Palace, it's a long walk down there on this very warm day, but Buckingham Palace is where the Sex Pistols signed one of their very important contracts, one of their important recording contracts way back at the time of punk.
Tune into English.
Remember the telephone boxes we did Ziggy Stardust in? That was in fact at Savile Row, the site of the last Beatles concert on the 30th of January 1969. There they are. Okay, well, we've just come across the road from Savile Row. Look, maybe you can get a better shot there of the roof. You see it up there where the Beatles played. Okay, so this is Savile Row. You can read the sign there, and one of the richest streets of London is famous for its tailors. And we're standing outside number 3 now. London is at the moment a bit of a building site with the Olympics coming on, and you may wonder why we're outside number 3 Savile Row. The reason is, once upon a time, this was the offices, the site of the offices of the Beatles, and it was here, not actually here, but there, that they played their last ever concert on the 30th of January 1970. So they played 4 songs there. They would have played a lot more, except the police came to stop the show. So it would be great if we could do a concert right up there, but we're not going to because we can't even get in. Ha!
Tune into English.
Okay, so London has always been a very popular place for the Beatles, with Abbey Road, of course, and Savile Row, where they did their last concert. But Paul McCartney, as a solo artist, or rather with the band Wings, which had himself and his wife Linda McCartney and Denny Laine, they came here for their album London Town, and they used this wonderful background of Tower Bridge. The front of the album, you could see they were very, very cold. It was obviously a very windy and wet day, but not today in London. It's a bit more like the back cover of the album. If you turn the album around, you can see a wonderful sunny day and everybody is smiling and happy, just like us today on this beautiful, beautiful day.
Tune into English. Tune into English.
Here we are, back in the underground, and we're heading to St. John's Wood. Thank you, Armando, our cameraman, for pointing that out. You can guess where this one is. It's Abbey Road, the site of the Beatles' 1969 album.
Tune into English.
As you can see, lots of tourists come here.
Tune into English.
Here in Abbey Road, every car stops. We are in Abbey Road. The Beatles recorded all their records. That's Fergal. that's a wall.
I came here 20 years ago, and you were allowed inside as far as the steps.
Uh-huh.
No entry, yeah. Fantastic. It was in fact in 1989 when I came here, and at the time the street sign was still there. They have since removed it because it kept getting stolen. So after all that walking around, perhaps it's time for a break in a typical English pub for a beer and fish and chips. Very nice.
Tune into English. London Mission.
London town.
Andiamo a casa, abbiamo finito.